My name is Ann Maxim, and I'm the Director of Writing Support. Education at Antioch University is writing heavy, and a few of the prevailing reasons for this is that writing is a way of discovering what one understands or doesn't understand. That is, through writing, we not only express our knowledge, but engage in an exercise that increases one's comprehension of a topic. Writing also challenges thinking and fosters an opportunity for new thinking to emerge. Writing can be serious and intellectual enterprise. To help writers across Antioch University, we have two venues of writing support: the Virtual Writing Center and the Writers Exchange. First, let's talk about free writing support. John Dunham is the director of the Virtual Writing Center, and he's here to talk about it and later introduce Madeline Schmidt, a peer consultant. Here's John.
Hi, I'm John Dunham, Director of the Virtual Writing Center. I'm going to give you a quick overview of the support we provide and how to use it. Let's start here on the Virtual Writing Center website, which you can find at antioch.edu/VWC or by clicking the Virtual Writing Center icon in AU Direct. The VWC is Antioch's free support for written feedback on your writing. We have a staff of peer consultants from a variety of Antioch master's and doctoral programs, and we give you written comments in about 48 hours on up to 12 pages of double-spaced writing at a time. Those can be research papers, case conceptualizations, reflection papers, chapters of a thesis, resumes, cover letters, or any other composition work in your program. You can find more details of how the VWC works here on the homepage, but let me show you how to submit a piece to review. This link up here is where you log in to send us a paper. The first time you use the VWC, you'll need to sign up with your AU email address, but after that, you can just log in, and then you'll see that we have a few different submission forms. If you scroll down, you'll see a first submission form, a second submission form, and a third submission form. This is because you can submit any piece to us up to 3 different times as you revise. So to start for any submission, you'll start with the first submission form. If you go to that form, it'll ask you some questions, and that'll help us understand what you're sending us, what kind of feedback you need, and what would be the most helpful. At the bottom of this form, you can upload your paper in Microsoft Word format or rich text format. Your paper goes into a queue, and we respond to it in the order that we receive it, usually in about 48 hours. Now let me introduce you to Madeline Schmidt, our lead peer consultant in the VWC. She's going to explain to you how peer consultants read your work and give you feedback.
Thanks for the introduction, John. Hi, I'm Madeline, the lead peer consultant in the VWC. No matter where you are in the writing process, we are here to support you. From the brainstorming ideas to no longer being able to look at the screen any longer because you've read the assignment far too many times. Once you've sent your paper in, one of the VWC consultants will read through what you've told us about the assignment and take into consideration the due date, assignment criteria, and your concerns around the piece. We then read through your paper as a peer audience. When consultants first give feedback, we typically look for big picture issues first, such as thesis, organization, and assignment fit. And then we give you some feedback. At the beginning, consultants will write you a letter summarizing their overall feedback. Then we put some comments in the text of your paper to help with applying some feedback in your introductory letter. Finally, we give some suggestions of next steps at the end of your paper so you have some concrete ideas of where to go next. We integrate these 3 different types of feedback as people learn in different ways, so please take what is helpful for you from our feedback. After we're finished writing our feedback, we send it back to you, and you'll get a message, and you can log in, download the document with your feedback, and then you can revise and resubmit a total of 2 more times if you'd like. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm going to pass it back to John.
Thanks, Madeline. Before we end, I want to show you a few other things about the Virtual Writing Center. In addition to submitting papers through the first, second, and third submission form, you can also request a live session. So this along with the paper submission, allows you to meet with someone and talk about your writing for 1 hour. This will be a virtual meeting. Students on the New England, Santa Barbara, Los Angeles, and Seattle campuses can also make face-to-face appointments via the dedicated writing centers on those campuses. We offer live sessions in the VWC as well to supplement the campus centers and provide support to those of you who are fully online students. Having a discussion about your writing, whether in one of the campus centers or through the virtual writing center, is especially helpful in the early stages when you're trying to refine your ideas, figure out what you'd even like to do. I'd also like to show you some of the writing resources that we have available on the Virtual Writing Center. That's over here on the right-hand side, a link to writing resources. Now, we have a whole different variety of resources by category here that show you different kinds of writing, different expectations of academic writing, support for different kinds of assignments. Lots of people struggle, for example, with integrating sources when they first start in their programs. And this resource is an overview that will walk you through different ways to think about what you need to cite, what are the definitions that you want to become familiar with, like summaries and direct quotations, paraphrasing, and so on. And some of the other resources are shorter, like 2-page resources or 1-page handouts that tell you things like APA style and other key competencies that you'll need to complete your work successfully. Let me end by just saying thanks for your time. Don't hesitate to contact us. Again, you can find the Virtual Writing Center at antioch.edu/VWC or by clicking the icon in AU Direct. And you can also email us if you have questions about any of this at vwc@antioch.edu.
Thank you, John and Madeline. We hope this was a helpful introduction, and I sincerely hope that you use the Virtual Writing Center throughout your program. I've given your faculty information on useful resources as well as information about the professional editing and coaching services at the Writers Exchange, should you want professional support in your final projects. Whatever you decide, I wish you much writing success. Thank you.